Tom Barrasso birthday. And did he celebrate tonight? Tom Barrasso just turned 20. Our birthday boy not only took the cake, but Quebec couldn't hold a candle to him. Yep, Tom Barrasso turned 20. He also turned away 24-25 shots. There's one of them. Sabres beat Quebec 3-2 to make things tighter, if that's possible, in that Wild Adams division race. McKenna got things going for the Sabres. His 17th. Orlando and Mike Ramsey assisted on the power play at 2:43. 1-0 Buffalo after one, and more where that came from. Richard 7, you can't believe it. Hamel got his 18th from Fenves and McKenna at 3:46 of the second, and bingo, the Sabres led 2-0. Now, of course, Sunday night is often fight night down at the Odd. There goes Sear and Gillis. The official Stickle is really in a pickle there. 36 minutes and penalties, 2-0 Buffalo after two. Quebec finally got things going. Barrasso clears the rebound. Watch the shot from the point, and you will see Peter Stastny tip it in at the 3-minute mark from Bell and Lemieux, cutting it to 2-1. That's as close as they came. Now, watch Gilles Perreault. This is pure vintage Perreault. Makes the move, knocks it in on the power play. He's a point away from Lafleur to become the 8th all-time scorer. Shots on goal 25-25. The crowd loved it. The final from the Odd tonight, 3-1. Sabres scores McKenna, Hamel, and Perreault. By the way, McKenna got the first star. Barrasso, the birthday boy, the second.
Biggest game of the year, bar none for the Sabres, and boy, did they ever come up with a big effort. And the way Buffalo handled Quebec was a joy to watch. The Nordiques had a lot at stake in this game also, and were as feisty as ever. But the Sabres not only beat Quebec to the puck, but to the punch as well, winning the battles and eventually the war. And that will certainly help the Sabres get some confidence for the playoffs. Watch things start in the first period where the Sabres will get a goal on the power play, work it around. Nice pass by Gates Orlando to Sean McKenna, who pinballs in this shot off the goaltender Richard Sevigny. And it was a 1-0 Buffalo lead. Crazy goal from a crazy angle, and the Sabres did it again off a face-off. Gilles Hamel along the goal line scores one. Watch the crazy angle here, and it's Hamel just letting it rip, and it beats Sevigny somehow into the net. 2-0 Buffalo. Tom Barrasso had another solid game for the Sabres. When he was tested by the Nordiques, he came up with the big save time and time again. Now, Quebec offside here. Bell shoots the puck at the goalie. Hey, you don't do that. And the Sabres really rallied around one another tonight and played as a team. Playfair says, don't try that one again. Look at the cheap shot there by Randy Moeller, sticking Paul Sear in the face, and that creates a little havoc. Foligno comes to aid his teammate there, knocking Moeller down, and then Foligno gets into a little bit of a scrap, and now, you know, Paul Sear was loaded for bear after catching that stick in the face, and boy, did he ever unload on Gillis here. The Sabres really came out tough tonight, and that's the kind of hockey you have to play in the playoffs if you're planning on sticking around in postseason play. Michel Bergeron upset with Andy Van Helen, and the referee tonight didn't like the way the penalties were called there against the Nordiques. Come on, just a hockey game, right? Nuts guy is serious. Now watch the action here. Barrasso, kind of a bonehead play there. He tipped it away from his own man, Craig Ramsey, who could have taken it safely to the corner, but Peter Stastny tipped that one in. Only the goal of the night. And watch Dale Hunter here try some of that cheap stuff, okay? Here comes the glove into McKenna's face, but McKenna says no way and comes right back at him. He drew the extra 2 minutes in penalties, McKenna did, but hey, that's the way you have to play the Nordiques. And here's the prettiest goal of the year. Watch this one. Fake the slap shot onto the backhand, and Perreault lights it up there past 78, and the place was rocking at the Odd tonight. Watch this one again. Certainly worth another look. A picture-perfect move by Perreault. And then it would be Quebec trying to start something again. And watch what happens as Paymont gives Lindy Ruff a little bit of a shove. Boom, knocks Ruff down. Now, Playfair's not going to stand for that. Right after the whistle, he comes over and says, hey, that's my teammate. You can't do that. Boom, he comes after Paymont. The Sabres stuck together tonight, won the game 3-1. That's the way you have to play when you get ready for the playoffs. And after the game, Sean McKenna talked about the Nordiques, and in particular, Dale Hunter.
We threw the puck in, we forced them, and we got on them as quick as possible, and, you know, we laid as many checks into them as possible, and they were coughing the puck up. And we were able to capitalize on our chances.
It was a playoff-type game. I think everybody could see that. Both teams wanted to win, and we've been playing better, and they've been playing well. So it was a good, hard-fought game, and I thought our power play come up big with the 2 big goals, which was the difference in the game.
This is the type of game that we're going to play in the playoff, because playoffs are like that, and it's a good build-up for us, build our confidence, and you know, we're going to be ready for the playoff.
And he made all kinds of great stops, but he was getting some good help defensively as well. The Sabres really flying in the first period, working on the power play here. They take a 1-0 lead as Sean McKenna's shot goes in off Sevigny's pads, and the Sabres have that 1-0 lead into the second period when they win the faceoff. Fenves' shot stopped, but Gilles Hamel scores from just an impossible angle. Obviously not impossible because it went in, but anyway, Buffalo has a 2-0 lead then, And as we mentioned, very tough physical game, as it usually is when these two teams get together. Here, Paul Cyr takes exception to Paul Gillies and also about takes Paul Gillies' head off. The Sabres weren't able to take advantage of a two-man advantage, though later the only goal that beat Barrasso was Bruce Bell's shot deflected in by Peter Stastny. Barrasso never had a chance on that one. It's 2-1 Sabres. Sabres then score 6 minutes later. Housley sets up Perreault. Watch the move here. Sevigny says, where did he go? It's 3-1. Perreault's 29th. Again, Barrasso with some very, very big saves late in the game here with just an incredible save on J.F. Sauvé. He looks beaten but gets the glove on it, and the Sabres win it 3-1. Stu Boyer asked Tom about that particular save after the game.
Probably right at the end, they had a 3-1. They made a save on Stastny, and then Frankie Sauvé had a rebound right after that, and that was probably a big point in the game. That would have made it 3-2. So, you never want to get yourself in that position late in the game.
How's your shoulder?
It's good. It was a good test tonight. It was a good physical game, and I had some good hard hits on it, and it feels okay.
This Quebec team, Quebec and Buffalo, you guys could see each other in the playoffs again. Everybody's sending kind of messages back and forth out there tonight?
Well, it was a playoff-type game. I think everybody could see that. Both teams wanted to win, and we've been playing better, and they've been playing well. So it was a good, hard-fought game, and I thought our power play come up big with the two big goals, which was the difference in the game.
Seems like you guys realize you may play that same team again in the playoffs. Everybody's sending kind of messages out there tonight.
Well, we have to, because if we do meet them in the playoffs, we got to let them know what they got to expect. From now here on in, I think we're going to have to let the other teams realize that we're going to play that type of hockey, the type of hockey that is going to make us win, and they're going to have to watch out because we're going to be ready for them.
God, it's nice to see Bill Haight back. So with just 1 week left to go in the regular season, the Adams division still there for the taking. 3 teams within 3 points of each other as we check it out. Montreal on top with 89 points, but Quebec and Buffalo both with the game in hand. An interesting note here, if they were to end right now, they would have the same pairings as last year.